First, this is a new session, like you have rightly said. We started on Thursday last week. And normally when you start a new session, there are sessional committees that you constitute. That's the House Business Committee, which has already been constituted. Actually, there was no change. And then we have the Committee on Delegated Legislation, which will also have to be reconstituted. Then we have bills that were pending from last time. This include the County Tourism Bill, which was sponsored by Senator Zani. Then we have the Street Vendors and Protection Livelihood Bill. The vendors, the way they've been treated. So there's a bill that is coming that will streamline the operations of the street vendors. Then we have the Kenya Sign Language Bill, which is being sponsored by Senator Musuruve and Senator Kamar. Then we have the County Licensing Uniform Procedure Bill, which is being sponsored by Senator Chebeni. Then we have Alternative Disputes Bill, which is being sponsored by Senator Kasanga. This is very, very important because we want to promote alternative dispute resolution so that because the courts are so overloaded with cases, so can we make a law that's going to address the alternative dispute resolution, and it's a very good thing. Then the Lifestyle Audit Bill, which is being brought by Farhia. Remember, we've been talking about carrying out a lifestyle audit, but without a framework within which that can be done. So this is going to be given priorities. Is a bill that is coming, and that will be able to address or put in place a framework or a mechanism upon which then the lifestyle audit will be done. Then, of course, we will also be looking at conclude the bills that have been returned from the National Assembly with amendments. This will include the Office of the County Attorney. Another one was the petition to county assemblies procedure, the early childhood bill, which is also very, very important. In fact, this was it was brought back on a technicality, but this will also be able to give a proper framework on ECDs, which are at vote function, so that we have uniformity in the way ECDs are managed. Because remember, most counties are just doing their own things. Some are hiring more, some have different classifications, schemes of service and all that. So that should be able to address that. And then once that is done, of course, motions lapse with the session. So the motions that were still pending have lapsed with the session that went. Then, of course, some other very important issues that we'll be dealing with. Of course, we'll continue with the Senate Mashinani initiative. Already the technical team is out trying to look at the possible counties where we can hold this year's Senate Mashinani. There's normally a checklist which they use to identify that. Then, of course, some other issues that we'll be addressing is we hope to carry out an audit of the status of devolution, because we really need to also find out, is it working or is it not working? Where are we? Because we are the custodians of devolution. So we also intend to have an audit of the status of that. Then we also, when we look at the control of budgets report, it indicates that there are challenges in the ability by the counties to raise their own resources. So that's why you can see counties are relying more on resources that are coming from the national government. So what is it that can be done to ensure that the counties can be able to raise their own money? And also there are challenges in terms of capacity to absorb. Some counties are having challenges of absorption of whatever money that they are getting. So these are again some of the issues that we will be looking at. And then of course also this time we'll be able to look at, of course, the passage of the budget policy statement 2020 has already come. It was laid on the floor of the House on Thursday. So this one is going to be discussed because then it sets into place the budgeting process. Then, of course, the enactment of the Division of Revenue Bill 2020 will also be looked at. And then approval of the cash disbursement schedule, because that's once it's also approved, that's when funds can now go to the counties. And of course, we also prepared if the BBI report is brought to Parliament, then we will do the necessary as Parliament to be able, or the Senate and the National Assembly will be able to deal with it as and when it is brought to the House.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, swala la Division of Revenue Bill limekuwa swala sugu haswa katika hili bunge. Sijui mwaka huu umejipanga vipi? Yale masuala ambayo yalitokea mwaka jana hayafanyiki tena mwaka huu.
Tunataka tujadiliane mapema, yani tuhusishwe katika kila stage, because unajua last time ni kama ilikuja tulihusishwa mwisho at the tail end, na ikawa the timelines ikawa ni fupi sana. So this time we are saying kama kuna maswala nyeti ni lazima yaanze kushughulikiwa mapema, ili ikifika wakati ya kupiga kura tusije tukajikuta kwenye ile stalemate ile tulikuwa nayo mwaka uliopita, ambayo ilibidi vitu fulani zicheleweshwe. Kwa hivyo nadhania kwamba tuna monitor kabisa vile mambo inaenda, so that kama kuna issues ziwe sorted out mapema.
Tangu handshake itokee, kama speaker umenukuliwa kusema umekuwa na amani katika kutekeleza majukumu yake, na kwa sasa tunaona kwamba tena siasa za kieleweke na tangatanga zimeanza kuchipuka, haswa katika bunge la Senate. Tuliona kwamba wengi walihisi kwamba jinsi kura ilivyopigwa wakati wa kumtimua Bwana Waititu, labda kulikuwa na hizo siasa. Sijui umejipanga kushughulikia hali hivi?
Mimi nimetoa msimamo kwamba hiyo vitu ya tueleweke ama tueleweke na tangatanga, hiyo ni vitu zungumzwa kwa matanga. Hatutaama kwa forum zingine. Sitatarajia kwamba bunge litashughulikia, in fact that's a parliamentary language, sio lugha ya parliament kuleta, na nimeeleza wabunge kwamba tusilete hiyo vitu katika flow of the house, kwa sababu tutapoteza mwelekeo kama nyumba. So mimi kama speaker nitajaribu sana kuhakikisha kwamba kuna ile lugha inayotumika katika bunge ni lugha ya bunge. Hivi vitu zingine sisi hatujui, na hata uliona kwamba vile tulielekeza mambo ya impeachment ilikuwa ni sawa kabisa, tusimama katikati kama speaker, na hiyo ndio kazi yangu. Kwa hivyo hizo ni vitu ambayo sitatarajia kwamba zitapenyeza kwenye bunge.
La mwisho tu kutoka kwangu ni swala la kubadili wanachama, mwenyekiti wa kamati mbali.
Hapana, kwa mabadilisho lazima, vile nimesema, kuna committees ambazo lazima zibadilishwe. Kama House Business Committee tayari imefanywa, kuna Committee on Delegated Legislation na SIPAC pia itafanywa. Hiyo ni kitu inafanyika kwa kawaida, pengine wanaweza ku retain yule ambaye yuko ama waweke mwingine. Kwa hivyo hizo ni vitu ambazo zitafanyika, na sio jambo geni, ni jambo ambalo tunatarajia kwamba itafanyika na itafanyika kwa njia nzuri.